Alright folks, welcome to this episode. In today's video we've come to look at a piece of military history here on the outskirts of Montrose. And look at it, there's this massive bit of wasteland. This whole area here was used for military training in, I think, both wars, First World War and Second World War. And you can kind of see for the lie of the land, it was probably pretty good for them training. Like, imagine trying to approach a location on a level bit of ground like that. There's hardly any cover. But also, one of the first ever radar stations and stuff was done that way as well, which is pretty cool. But the first thing we're away to see is the old runway here of the Montrose airfield, which was, I think it was a big airfield for its day, like, and it was one of the first in Scotland. But I think it was mostly used for training in the Second World War and that there. And this is it in front of me here. I do apologise for the wind. This just looks like a big field out here beyond these bushes, but actually this is the airfield. The wind's gusting so strong there, and we've got a beautiful sunrise here, folks. It's only, I don't even know what time it is, but it's quite early. 9:01 folks. We're out here. So this piece of tar here is the former runway of the Montrose airfield, and it goes right around the outskirts of this bit of grass here, all the way down to what is now like cricket pitches and stuff. And I think it was a full circle at one time. Well, full oval. That's like a sewage works or something that's back there. The colour of the sky is amazing here. It's cool to imagine like the Spitfires and the Hurricane planes coming along here, probably taking off and landing, and then there was probably other planes pulling manoeuvres up there. It was probably quite an action-packed area in the war. In the middle here as well, I think there was like a few like buildings and stuff like that. I'm sure there's an old aerial photograph of this place, and there's like, it's almost like marquee tents and stuff like that. But the next thing we're away to see here is these like air raid shelters, which would have been used for probably the people on the airfield. If they had gotten like the call that the Luftwaffe was coming over here to do a bombing run, they would have run to the air raid shelters. Another cool point, like, if they picked up on the radar that the Germans were coming over, they would often like black out an area like this so there was no light, and they had fake like runways they would light up in the middle of bogs and stuff, in the middle of forests. The Germans would bomb that thinking that was the airfield. Like, it's quite clever. Look, this random hole here, it's maybe been like, there's maybe still original drain systems and stuff running around through here. It's cool. It's super windy here, folks. This is crazy. Last time I was here, like last year, we could get in these bunkers. Now they've all been blocked off and sealed off. Look at this. No way. So we can no longer get in here. What a shame, look at that. That's where, I think there was like a metal door on there at one time. I think the shape of the original door there, so when you opened it, it always closed behind you, and it always fell shut. it would never blow open with a blast. That's such a shame that we can't get inside there, folks. It must be to preserve the bunker they've done that, but actually, Ken, there was no, you couldn't get hurt in there, Ken. They were just like a little concrete building. Look at it, here's the other one. They're all blocked. Such a shame. It looks flooded actually in there. There used to be a couple of them that was flooded, then there was another few that you could actually walk about in, no bother. I can't believe that, that's crazy. This will stop the water getting in here for sure though, at least look at that. And then there's little bits cut out there for shooting. And there was 4 slots there at one time for obviously looking out each direction. I don't know if there were firing slots or just slots for them to peek out. There you go, folks, that's pretty crazy. It's a bit of history though, folks. Just a couple of years ago we were able to walk about outside and have a proper look at these, and now, there you go, blocked off. So I think like each of those bunkers could have held probably 40 or 50 people, and I think there's like 6 of them down this side. There was probably like another 6 at the other side of the airfield there. So that gives you an idea like how many folk would have been running to cover back then. Like, I think on my actual YouTube channel cover picture, I'm pretty sure that picture was taken inside one of these bunkers with a light shining down from above. Look at this. Real Scottish winter winds blowing round, folks. It's absolutely freezing cold. Look, the end of this one's so less eroded. You can actually see where the cement's been poured up against the boards. The wooden shutter and the views there. What a cool bit of history, folks. World War II history. This end bunker here sits at a slightly different angle. It's more angled like facing up that way. This is cool, this is the sun rising here, it's getting brighter and brighter. Even though it's freezing cold right now, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Oh, they've blocked the hatch there too. There's the other end of it there. Look at that, there's the metal air pipe sticking out the ground. There's a bit of the hinge. It actually looks like they've dug something out there. Maybe they've dug out the bunker before they put all that in. I was hoping to get inside one of them for a couple of minutes to warm up out of the wind, but that's how exploring goes sometimes, folks. We're away to see the next historical wonder on this journey, and that's over here in this bush area. There's actually 2 shooting ranges here, and I think it would have been from about this area here they would have been shooting. This is such a cool World War II nugget right here. Oh, I've not been here for ages. There's like a wee room in there, like a little guard's room, and on the back wall we've got these little bits. I just got a bush in my eyeball, folks, I don't know how it looks. Look at how it feels though. That's not very good. So this here is where the targets would have gone up and down. Up through the hole. Bang, 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 bang. Back down. Somebody in here would have been winching them up and down. Oh, I can't believe I got that bit of wood in my eye. Look at this, here's some of the original mechanisms. Look at this one here, it's broken away from the edge. Oh, so look, this is a different wheel. This wheel here's got 4 spokes. Whereas this one here, these ones have got solid wheels. Oh look, there's like handles. Like for winching it up and down. Because that's the proper rack thing there, look. It slides up and down. So they would have grabbed the 2 handles, slid it right up there. Some sort of bracket. Oh, that's for holding it on at the top. My eye is just watering constantly now since I did that. Look how long this place is, like, it goes on and on. Can I believe this actually dates back World War I potentially, as well as World War II, because there was a lot more infantry back then. Look at all these fairs, folks, that's what I'm trying to get through here. So fine to be in here out of the wind, because that wind today is super cold. I think it's only like 3 degrees Celsius. Here, I'm waiting to climb out of here. So here we are back in the cold wind, folks. Look, the sun's finally rising. And here we are on a historical monument. What a spot here, folks. I always say what a spot, but I should start saying what a location here. Yeah, it is so cool. Just imagine the targets whizzing up and down here at one time, and then the bullets coming through over there somewhere. Anyway, folks, let's move on, because there's another one of these, an even older one. We'll go and have a look at it. So I think if this one wasn't a World War I, I think the other one definitely would have been, because it just appears to be so much older. Random cement tile there on the ground. Look at this, here's the, I suspect this is probably the World War I in, because I think this scene's definitely a lot older. It's got the standard little like guards lookout shed here. He was probably just sitting in there all day, the boy. Look at this, see the doors in this have been substantial, big things like. Those hinges are massive. And look, that's where the bolt goes. And look at this. What has that been for? So cool to see something like that. Think how long that bit of wood has been there. That is crazy. Look at this back wall. I'm always amazed when I come here at how much it actually bends in the way. Like I'll try and get the angle just right. The wall's totally bowed. And then this here too, this front wall's just about completely falling out. It's probably no safe to be in here. But at least they've no blocked this up like they have with the other ring. See that the mechanisms were down in like this gully kind of bit. It's got like a stone, what would you call that? There's like a stone channel along the side of it. Wow, this is full of like gorse bushes and raspberry bushes and stuff like that. Look at that growing in through the roof. All the bushes in this are actually spiky things. This is super long as well. I forgot how long these actually were. Again, this is like 200 meters. It feels so much warmer in here out of the wind. Look at this, this is a different wheel on the top of this one again. Look, 2 spokes. I suspect that these are a lot older. These targets here are wider as well. Yeah, this has been really wide. Look at that. Look at the little wheels and stuff down there on that. That's for it rolling up and down. Look at this, it's just... history just left, folks. Look at that there, this must be the bit that... what's that mean? Oh, there's been something mounted on that. That's where the wheel mounts, isn't it, of course? The wheel roller wheel. Look at this, wow. It's been proper busted out of this one. It's pretty cool that this didn't get scrapped at the end of the war, it kind of just got kept. It's almost like, it's like a museum. Unfortunately though, this here will fall down very soon. I've said it before in my videos. Like when I've been to places like, I say it'll probably fall down the next couple of years, and like, this is one of those places for sure. I don't know if you can see the lean on this back wall. Again, if I put the camera right up, that should be looking straight to the door down there and you can't even see it. And then the front wall here is leaning right out too. It's pretty crazy. Exploring history once again on the channel, folks. Real adventures. I don't know how my eye is, but it feels like I've scratched my eyeball here with that bush. But every explorer, there's always risk. But it's worth it to get the content. Look at the size of this crack here in the wall. One day I'll just go crunch like. It's pretty scary actually when you think about it. I might just climb up here right now. Look at the angle of this thing, it's leaning over all directions. There's a heap of stains down there too. It's maybe been left for something. that, the metal bars corroded completely out of the cement. Those bushes are just loving the environment in there. That's where I was a minute ago, standing there. Anyway, there we go folks, that's been a cool bit of military history. I was going to go and show you the beach, show you the sea, but we'll save that till the next episode folks. Tune in again soon for the next adventure, coming very soon. I'll end this one here. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again very soon for the next one.